Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Sunday night, which means it's trad beer night, and the beers we're going for tonight are two of my favourites from the trad scene. It's these two. It is the Fuller's 1845 and the Shepherd Neame 1698. And what are we doing for this one? Well, we are doing the blindfold taste test just to see which one I prefer. Both of them I've drunk many of over the years, and they're great. They are. We're coming in, like I say, we're in astronomical autumn now, and I want the warmer, more filling, more sumptuous, warming beers. And these two beers fit that equation quite nicely. So what we're going to do, as always, we're going to blindfold myself. And my glamorous assistant, who is standing off camera to my right, will be taking a random bottle and a random glass, pouring into, giving it to me, and I will be sniffing it, and I'll be tasting it, and I'll be examining it, and finally I'll be looking at it to see which one I think looks best. There we go. That's the rules that I made up a long time ago. So, without further ado, I shall don the blindfold, and I shall be popping those there for my glamorous assistant Josh to select one from shortly. And will keep me in the dark until then. So, the scarf from the best team in the world. Maybe not today, because we did not win. Congratulations to Harlequins and all that. So, as always, we shall make sure that I can see absolutely nothing. My glamorous assistant will hold up some fingers. And he will tell me how many he's holding up, and I shall verify.
I'm not holding up any fingers, I'm holding something else up.
Ah, well, ladies and gentlemen, it can only be one of them. I can see nothing. So, without further ado, can you select a random glass and pass it to me? Lovely. And if you can select a random bottle and show it to the camera, and I know this is my Lemmy glass. Okay. Go about halfway. These are good beers. We deserve a good amount. Should be here in a glass. Don't know which one it is. And then if you take the other glass, grab the other bottle, show it to camera just so we're clear.
That one's going in that glass, obviously.
Looking forward to these all week. And again, about halfway. Lovely. So, first of all, we're going to have a sniff on this one, and then a sniff on this one, and then Josh will award a point to the winner in the relevant box on my scoreboard of joy, which is the looks, aroma, body, taste and the finish. But of course we're starting with the aroma. So first up is this one. Fruity. Can you just hold that a second?
Yep. Hold on.
Sorry, because I can't quite get my nose in without getting it wet. Right. There you go. Fruity, malty, twiggy, slightly cakey. Nice dark fruit. And there's something interesting going on in this one. Can't quite put my finger on it. This one though is a little smells a little boozier. Now obviously the Fuller's comes in slightly lighter at 6.3 versus the Shepherd Neame at 6.5, but I wouldn't let that fool me. There's something slightly chocolatey about this one. Interesting. This one is definitely more, excuse me, it's more balanced. Whereas this one just smells that little bit stronger. So I'm going to give the point to the Lemmy glass. So if you can mark your point against the aroma for whichever beer this is.
Done.
Lovely. So next up is the body test. So we're looking for good full mouth feel, nice carbonation, somewhere around the medium sort of weight to the beer. Smooth, medium, carbonation is on point, lovely mouthfeel. Whereas this one is exactly the same. There is no difference really. Yeah, it's so negligible. Give them both a point for that one because they are almost identical.
Body.
Yeah, for the body test. As for the flavour, my favourite bit, of course we've already tasted it, but here we go. So we're going to go with this one first. It is clearly malty. It is fruity. It's a sweeter fruit. Yeah. Nice, sort of well-rounded, almost saurine type flavour profile, whereas this one is arguably maltier, a little bit twiggier, a little bit more fruity. It's just different. But we're going to give a point to the Lemmy.
Done.
And so the finish test is basically, I'm looking for that malt, I'm looking for the fruit, and I'm looking for it all to last a good while. So we're going to go to the Lemmy glass first of all. Yeah, it's nice and malty. Hint of booze, not a huge amount on the back end. Overall, it's very warming, very mellow, and really quite nice. And this one is definitely sweeter. It's a no-brainer. The point goes to this one. This one's just a little on the sweet side. So there we go. So now what we need to do is we need to top off each beer into its respective glass. So if you remember the first beer you poured into the Lemmy glass, if you can top that one up.
I think I do.
I hope you get it right.
I've probably got it right.
I'll tell you what, offer me the bottle to sniff. Give me the glass. Offer me the bottle to sniff. Hold it up somewhere near my nose. And again. And the other bottle. I can't really smell him in the bottle. That's interesting. I don't want the bottle. Okay, give me the glass. Right. So have you filled this one up again?
No.
Right. Fill it up with the correct beer. The first beer that you poured. Not all the way. Just a good halfway. And the second beer.
I think, yeah, that's right.
I sincerely hope so.
It didn't change colour.
That's good. Hold on to the glass for now. Put the bottle down. Make sure it's down.
I've
Lovely. So we're now going to blind myself. Aha. Okay, now we do the visual test. See if we can generate a little head. Not really.
I struggle getting a head on that one.
Okay, so the Lemmy-glass beer is slightly darker, more rich looking, whereas the beer in the Titanic goblet is lighter, more golden, whereas this one is more twiggy brown. So the point is going to the Lemmy-glass. So now that you have done that, before you reveal the scoreboard of joy, I think the Lemmy-glass was the 1845 and the 1698 was in the Titanic glass. And my reasoning for thinking that is this, and I hope I'm right. Shepherd Neame have been messing around with their recipes, and Spitfire and Bishop's Finger have both gone sweet and almost glucose sugary, and it's not so nice. So I hope 1698 is in the goblet. Pass me the board of joy.
I hope I've got this right.
We'll find out. 1845 got the point. Yes. So
I was right.
we'll call it. Well, it's 5-1. Simply put, the 1845 is the superior beer out of the two. Now, it pains me to say it, but 1698 is not the same as it used to be. It may be the same strength. I can't remember. In fact, no, it is the same strength. But it's just not the same beer as it used to be. It used to be a lot more full and a lot more well-rounded and a lot more twiggy, and it tasted stronger and more malty. Now it's just a sugary mess in comparison. So, yeah, we're going to go to the scoreboard of joy from the Aide Memoir in a second. Yeah, that's definitely the sweeter beer. And the Fuller's is definitely better. So, as we saw, the scoreboard of joy gave it a 5-1 victory to the 1845. And the stats on Untapped would kind of back that up. Look at that. 19,300 check-ins for the 1698. 22,600 for the 1845. 356 average for the 1698. 363 average for the 1845. I gave them both 4.5 back in the day. But the 1698 deserves to be knocked down a peg because it's not quite as good as it used to be. So yeah, there we go. Back in the day, I'd have said this was a score draw, but it's not now. The 1698, despite being bottle conditioned, is not as good as it used to be. Yeah, whereas the 1845 absolutely is. Yeah, bottle conditioned and matured for 100 days to perfection, according to Fuller's, and they're not wrong. It's a damn fine beer. But yeah, ordinarily I would have said there's no loser here because the winner is me, because I get 2 grand beers. But sadly, there is a winner today. It's the 1845, and the loser is the Shepherd Neame, and that is an utter shame because they used to be my favourite brewery in the whole wide world, because I was born and raised in the southeast, as I'm sure you can tell, and I drank nothing but Shepherd Neame beer. So yeah, it's such a shame to see them fall from grace with their recipe changes and the bean counters doing their thing, but here we are. It's a reflection of society as it is now. So we're going to leave it there and say, those have been the beers. I've been me. Them down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. It's bye from me and a bye from my glamorous assistant, Josh.
Bye.
Bye.